Marks with mics. We back outside. Mr. 6'9" JT. El Cheech in the cut. Caribbean mommy with us. Yeah. You already know what time it is. We ain't just talking, we stamping the coach. We spin the block like Santana, yeah, we back again. Two talking grabs, whole culture tap in. You in the presence of elegance. Ash with the glow, Marks with Mike. Yeah, you already know we hurt people. Syndicate ties, all white fit, look righteous in the light. Storm coming, better brace for the wave. If you ain't with the movement, better stay in your lane. Mr. 6'9", I'm standing over the game. El Cheech got the vision, we don't move the same. Caribbean mommy, yeah, she bring the flame. We cover every angle, put respect on the name. Spinning like Santana, TNA pressure applied. Elegance presence, ash when we slide. We hurt people, that syndicate vibe. All white, everything like the righteous outside. Trick on the rise of Tony K, running plays. Storm like Jay, yeah, you feel that weight. Cargill pressure, yeah, the cartel strong. Overfemi first name, ruler all along. Fall behind if you want, better get in tune. We coaching the culture, yeah, we set the room. Flips and kicks, young bucks with the motion. Rascal energy, high speed devotion. Bang, bang, Sosa flow. We don't never stall, Brown break a spear. Yeah, we taking it all. Black heart like Leo, but we moving precise. This ain't no rush when you calculate it nice. Gold dust shimmer, yeah, we glow when we step. Chin up, watch the shoe, better move correct. 2013 salmon jacket, world strong flex. It's that talk, heavy presence you ain't seen yet. Acknowledge us now, OTC in command. Hands up, hands down, yeah, we leading the land. Let me talk to you, that's stamp official. Stone cold when we hit a rock bottom. Break the wall down when we spot them. Got it locked up like the figure 4 leg twist. Styling and profiling every time the click hit.
Our apologies. We're having technical difficulties. JT. We can't hear you, puppy. Oh, we got some. Our apologies. We're having technical difficulties. JT. We can't hear you, puppy.
It's the cops. It's the cops.
We got some. Our apologies.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Hold on.
What is going on with Cox today? Yo, this is a ongoing beef between Cox and this show.
Conspiracies.
It's a conspiracy. I don't know who at Cox see my name and be like, yeah, let's fuck with him every Thursday night, the time that he got to go live on the show with his family, with his homies. I don't appreciate it, but not our normal intro. You already know what it is by the sound of my voice. It's your man, it's your boy, Mr. 6'9", JT, back in this piece once again. And I am joined by the crew. Of course, I got to start off with El Jefe. To the right, I got El Cheech.
El Cheech and La Casa is here. What's going on, my peeps?
Where'd Cheech go?
I'm here. I had a visitor at the door.
Technical difficulties once again.
Yo. What's going on? How y'all doing, man?
Doing all right outside of Cox fucking up this live. But of course,
baby.
We got Missez Jojo, the Caribbean mummies in the house. How's everything going?
Ooh, it's thundering, Caribbean things.
Lightning?
Plenty. We've got the works today. We got the lightning, we got the thunder, we've got heavy rain today. So, just like our topics today, pretty heavy.
Oh, let's get to it. Oh, my man. We had you for a minute.
Dang.
The Cox is messing around with the homie. Big time.
Oh my God.
Oh no, let me see. Yeah, this is bad.
Real bad.
Let's see if
well, should we introduce?
Oh yeah, let's bring them in, man. Since JT's still trying to get his stuff together over there, unfortunately. Yeah, we got a guest, man, somebody that's been in the game for a long time, just as far as I remember. Man, he got a lot of intake and a lot of knowledge, especially when it comes to an independent game. Man, Jojo, we bring to you Mr. Justin Summers from Wrestling Cheers. What's going on, Just?
Not much. Happy to be on the show. I'm guessing the new name is Marks with Technical Difficulties.
But listen, it's like I say, like we say on our other show, we have this same thing all the time. We either come on with not putting on our mics, and it's just like, okay, you know what? We'll get it right one day. You know what I'm saying? Does it ever happen? No.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, Just, man, you've been on for a minute. It's good to see you in the space again. I don't know, man. It was out there. If you know, and it was like, wait a minute, is that what I think it means? But glad to have you here.
Well, Cheech, I'm bringing back the podcast partially because of you.
Oh, really?
JT never spilled the beans. Thank you, JT. So, for those of you who don't know who I am, I had a podcast for many years called Wrestling Cheers, where we talked about things going on in the Northeast Ohio independent wrestling scene. We preview showed, we review showed, and sometimes we have interviews along the way. See, I still have the cadence down, and I screwed up the wording for now being in past tense. But I ended the show at 350 episodes. I'd kind of done what I wanted to do. It just when to call it quits was when to call it quits, and I'm really happy I did. But I knew there was going to be a void left of like, I'm going to want to come back. And actually I did attempt to start another show 1 year later, and it was called For the Fam. And it was going to be about, or I technically did one season about the Juggalo culture, which I'm a fan of. I just couldn't do what I kind of wanted to do with it, and I put a little bit too much pressure for myself on it, and it just kind of like I did one season. My idea was I'm going to do one season every 2 months, and I'm going to have 6 episodes every season, so it's just going to drop like Netflix. Yeah, that was a little bit too much to put on me, and that kind of sat with me. I'm like, whatever. But even when I quit Wrestling Cheers, one of the things I kind of wanted to still do, I was like, I'm going to want to come back and do interviews. And Cheech, it was your interview with Santana that made me go, I'm really happy for this dude. But in a kind of way, it's like, why can't that be me? Why can't I be doing that? Like 100% happy for you and all the flowers to you in that moment. But that was the little spark I needed to be like, you know what? Why don't I bring the show back? Why don't I just do interviews? And I've kind of compromised on for myself is I want to be only face-to-face interviews so I can have that experience with it. Nothing online. I'm not going to do weekly, especially because one aspect that I'm really happy I stopped doing the show when I did was about 5 months later, my job changed. The company that I worked for had a contract. We lost the contract. Well, I went to the company that got the contract, and I went from working 5 10-hour days to 5 12-hour days. I've lost a lot of my free time. So weekly stuff I can't do. But I can throw out like one interview a month. It's kind of what I'm landing on right now, and I'm getting some in the bank right now before I drop anything. So I'm really preparing this journey.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm flattered and thank you, especially coming from an OG like you, you know. And man, the sky's the limit, you know. Like you've been around for for a while, so definitely when it comes to interviews and who you know, and as far as I know, like there's a lot there go beyond personal life, you know what I mean, knowing on the personal side. And you travel for work and you're a traveling fan too. You're like one of the real ones that I remember seeing around in pretty much every show. You know what I mean? So seeing you back in this space, man, it's kind of like, you know, it's neat, especially your input, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think one thing with like interviews is I always had a lot of fun doing them, and I always got a lot of compliments afterwards of like, oh, I really enjoy like how you did that. That wasn't like anything I've ever done before. So I was like, well, I just need to bring that back. And I'm like, it's not even, I put this out on social media where I'm like, it's not about getting names. Like just because like, you know, Cheech, like you getting the Santana interview, I'm not gonna be like, well, I need to chase that. It's like, no, like I want those same kind of conversations like you had. And I'm like, I'll do a lot of them are probably going to be more local, but hey, I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to just get these interviews out, and I'll see how things go. If I can get some like bigger names, like on one of the people on my list, you know, you guys did do the interview with was Nick Nemeth, and there's kind of a way to get him. I haven't pulled that trigger just yet, but it's something I want to do. But it's not about clout or anything like that. Just like I want to have those conversations.
Ooh. Well, welcome back to the game.
Thank you.
All right. So we're just gonna jump right into it. We're going to go into this Clash in Italy fallout. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Biggest winners, biggest losers, Gunther's continuous dominance, and you know, him being big man on campus. You know, Cody Rhodes championship, Sami Zayn kind of losing his marbles and role moving forward. What are your guys?
I'm gonna say first, like since you're still somebody that you probably remember, like you know, with the Sami Zayn recurring, and then we got AAA. Do you ever think we ever gonna see a Generico? Just
El Generico?
Yeah, in AAA.
If it's ain't gonna happen anywhere, it's gonna happen at AAA. I remember like way back before he got signed, conversations among friends of like, could El Generico, because we didn't obviously know Sami Zayn at the time, like could he make it in WWE? And obviously he has, but not El Generico. And if there's a place for it to happen of everything that's happened in WWE, it feels like AAA is it. When they're going to pull that trigger, no idea, but like it's there. He technically did do one match as El Generico in WWE, so maybe.
Yeah, you never know. But the Sami Zayn that
I
that
mean,
we started to see.
they brought
It-
the demon back, so why not? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, right. But yeah, Sami Zayn looked like he's more to to the evil side. Like what is he gonna do? But I was gonna say the Tour of Italy, Clash of Italy, man. You had Soruka retaining, right?
Yes. Thank God, and I'm glad she took it off. Who she took it off of?
The Red Robin, Becky Lynch.
Boy, my nickname for her is Cry Baby Becky. And
Right.
she's still crying. Like anytime I go online, I see her. I can't enjoy this. I can't enjoy that. I can't enjoy
What up, Marty?
nothing. Hi, Marty.
Yeah. So then from a Clash of Italy, man, I'm trying to remember. I don't have the slides here, but
So we had. So for Clash in Italy, we had Cody Rhodes against Gunther. We had Rhea Ripley with Jade Cargill. We had Oma Femi with a Brock Lesnar returning.
yeah, they won.
had-
One.
We of course had Becky Lynch against Soruka, and last but not least, we had Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu.
What was your favorite match from that show, or just?
Yeah, here's the thing with me. Like I said, I work 12s. I do not have as much time to like sit down and watch wrestling like I used to, pretty much, unless it's local and I'm able to go to it. But I think like some of my reactions, just like hearing some of the results and everything as they happened, was, I mean, Oba being the star he is and like turning that into a feud with Brock. I'm curious of like where they're going to go with this, because I think prior to WrestleMania, if you would ask me like where's Brock going, it's like, oh, Gunther's going to retire him. He has to. Like we're getting to that end. But now with Oba Femi, it's like, do you need to go that route? It almost seems like it would be much better off to have him go off in the sunset against Oba Femi and like continue this feud. How they end it, no idea, but I like that from them. And then I'm just curious to where we're going to go with Roman Reigns going into SummerSlam.
Yeah, it definitely felt like that it was gonna be over, but it seems like they have business down the line when it comes to Oba and Brock. They definitely have something there. Your expectations is Minnesota, SummerSlam, but by the looks of it, WWE tends to do some weird shit. We do have a Saturday night main event before then at MSG. Now we got the Knicks going and all that stuff. So, they might want to pull it there. Who knows? Yeah. But Italy, man, the tour of Italy from Olive Garden. No, but yeah, Clash of Italy was pretty good. Like for what it was an afternoon, something chill. But Jacob Fatu, now, OTC is the man. So let's see how that transpires. If he's the one to win, down the line. We'll get to it. But yeah, man, I think it was a pretty good pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm. I definitely think it was a great show, and those matches were bomb. the one that I was waiting. There was only the two that I was waiting for. Of course, it's Obafemi with Brock because, sir, I keep saying this. I thought we said goodbye to you, sir. I felt like we had eulogies for this man, saying thank you for your your service, and it was like. But I feel like now they're gonna use this because since that was a big match, and that was probably why everybody came to WrestleMania was pretty much them and Roman. But of course, because it's against Oba, it was a big thing. So now, hey, this is probably gonna bring a lot of money. Because listen, that's those are two titans fighting against each other.
A lot of meat.
Yeah. Wow.
Meat to meat. Meat to meat. No, they got one on with Oba, and Brock Lesnar. He's a spectacle wherever he steps in. So let's see. But not too much fun with what TKO is doing out here. But hey, nobody expected for him to come back and this soon. This fast.
No, they didn't. No, they did not. I did not. I was waiting for it. But moving on. We're going to go from the fallout from this leading into the King and Queen of the Ring.
The King and Queen.
Mm-hmm. We have this final thing till we go have the face-off between the two before we get to those. Yep. You might as well put that right back up. Put that right back up. We got Femi, Dominic Mysterio, and Javon Evans. Now we're just gonna wait for the final. Who do you guys think is going to take this? Uso, LA Knight, Royce Keys, or Finn Balor?
I'll go first before I forget. I'll say that the man Jey Uso with the storyline that's going on, that will make it into some great cinema. Like, can he be the one to win the King of the Ring? Then somebody else from the family win the Money in the Bank? Who knows? But seeing Keys in the mix there, it's like, then you're gonna, he's gonna take another L. But it seems like there's like a reborn, for Finn Balor. So it might be him. But I'm gonna go with Jey Uso. I feel Uzi.
You feel Uzi?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Finn Balor.
I want him to.
To me, it almost seems like that would be your finals, him versus Dom, because there's no way I think Obafemi is going to make it that far because of the feud with Brock. Like, it's almost for just me looking at it, it's like, oh, Oba should be the lock to win, but Brock's going to be like, no, I'm not done with you yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Royce. What's up, West Coast? John?
Of course.
The Homer.
Of course, Nessa. Of course. She said after waiting 2 years, we're gonna get Dom versus Jay.
Yeah, that'd be good. But Dom, he's still been there, but he been quiet, but he's still a heat man. So we'll see what happens with Mr. Dom. But
I'm kind of I want Finn Balor to get that one because I definitely want to see this again with Finn Balor and Dom. Just
I dig that. I could dig it. And then we got on the girl side.
Mm-hmm.
He's the ones that had.
We've got We got Miss Morgan, Io
Miss-
Sky, and Miss Rodriguez, La Ruga.
Yeah,
The last
baby.
match that we got is between Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, Lyra Valkyria, and Sol Ruka.
I don't know, man. This one here, it'll be great to see Soruka, against Morgan. Even though I think I think they wrestle already, right?
Yeah.
I think the first time Jay Cargill, it would be cool. But me personally, overall, I want Raquel Rodriguez to take it all.
Nessa,
Let's say you just what happened?
Nessa, be quiet. Well, see, this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see.
You imagine
Because
that.
the theory is, somebody gonna be putting flame to Miss Liv Morgan over there.
I like it because they could have that. You could have later on Money in the Bank. Roxanne wins it. You know what I mean? So it could be an implosion in the Judgment Day. Who you got on that one, Just?
Yeah, I kind of like that idea that Raquel wins Money in the Bank, but you have with this where Liv. I think Liv and Raquel make it to the finals. I mean, that's like your story, but Raquel can't win. So
who do you think is going to win this upcoming one, though?
For the final spot?
What do you mean for win? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. What was that you say?
I was asking whether she was questioning the who's going to win the last spot. That I kind of go with Charlotte Flair, and it's not necessarily who I want to win. It's just a bigger notch on Liv Morgan's belt to make it to the finals.
And beat Charlotte on her way to the finals. I could dig that. It definitely gives her a prestige. When it comes to that. Even though she's a champion, but I guess it's just another notch. How dope would it be to have Queen, Liv, King, Dom, and they just annoy the fuck out of it, each other? I think it will make for great TV,
My philosophy when it comes to wrestling, 95% of the time, I want to say, when you think they're going to do something like that, or it's like everybody in the faction is going to win a title, like there's always like that one, nope, this person lost. And I kind of feel like between Dom and Liv, one of them has to win. And I kind of lean towards Liv. But there is the idea that like that would keep that whole storyline continuing further and further just because they're both king and queen of the ring.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like they say, a lot of meat to the bone. A lot of ways that they could go about it. But well, there was I guess they be doing this at Night of Champions in Ria. I guess that's what this is going down for the championship. Is I found that kind of even though the King of the Ring has been going on for a while, but I found that kind of like how convenient that you have a tournament, the Owen, like they call it, on the other side, and then next thing you know,
I was thinking like how like those right now are going on the exact same time. Like I don't know when the Owen went every other year, but like this is were, you know, a handful of weeks after the anniversary of his passing, so that makes sense. King of the Ring was normally around this time back in the day, but that also jumped around the calendar a ton.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember where it was last year, but it is very, very convenient that they're both going on at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of tournaments.
My bad. Like I said, thunderstorm.
Oh, okay. You good? Yeah, we was just still talking about, let's say, comparing the fact that we got 2 tournaments.
Mm.
My man Haycox, you know, 2 tournaments going on, but I think the one with, you know, with the King of the Ring, I like mine well done. No, made in rare. No, I'd rather have my King of the Ring one night. You fight 4 3 times, just like the old school. I don't want it to be like this.
Put up.
Yeah, them spreading it out, I mean, it does somewhat make sense. But yeah, back in the day, I want to say the King of the Ring, though, was smaller because they were able to fit everything on one card. And I remember, God, I think it was WrestleMania 10. There was like a qualifier for the King of the Ring at that WrestleMania. Like they were already getting ready for it.
Oh, wow.
It's so low. What?
I don't remember that one.
Hello?
You talking about the King of the Ring? What was that?
WrestleMania 10. So we're talking 1994.
Yeah.
Chicago, right?
I don't remember where. That's ironically enough in this conversation, that is when Owen won.
Was it there or Hartford?
Maybe
it's one of them places. I just know it ain't Cleveland.
It definitely wasn't Cleveland.
And the first King of the Ring pay-per-view was in Dayton, if I'm correct.
Oh, bang, bang.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not really feeling this King of the Ring. I don't get me wrong, like the men's bracket, cool. I don't like Liv. Not personally, I just don't like why is she not defending a title? Why is she in a tournament to basically what? The tournament's supposed to determine the challenger for the next championship. I don't see them merging the women's belts. So
nothing for creative for her.
Yeah, nothing.
TKO.
TKO is horrible.
I mean, it goes with if they are building towards having Dom and Liv as King and Queen of the Ring. We got to go through this to get there, and her being champion is part of it.
I'm not mad at that. Now that part I'm not mad at. Like if we get a queen Dom and a king Dom, like I'm not mad at that. But at the same time, that is missed opportunity for someone on that women's roster.
Mm-hmm.
That's my whole thing.
I could look at it as technically it's Liv defending her title going through it. Granted, like if she loses, she doesn't lose the title, but it's like, oh, so-and-so beat Liv. Are they number one contender? But there's also the aspect of it of, yeah, she's beating all the competition already without the title on the line.
It's always two sides to the coin. Always. I'm sorry, y'all, for the technical difficulties. Cox can eat a cock for the way it's been treating me today. Pause. Where I feel I've never had these problems before. I've never said. What's next on the agenda?
Listen, JT, I keep telling you to switch off of that America Online. It's 2026. Hold up, I got a phone call coming in. I got to jump off for a minute.
Yo, I remember AOL used to get like the little disc in the mail. And you used to put the CD-ROM.
I was just having a conversation with a younger coworker, and I was just like, yeah, at one point, America Online was shipping disc like CDs like crazy to people, and like everybody, even if you had already had AOL, you were getting this disc sent to you. Now it's like no one even thinks about that. Like we can get internet right here. I don't need a CD for it.
That's dope. The thing about how far we done came.
Very
You
fun.
know what's not coming too far along though? That man's and king and queen of the rain. So the question is, who do
What
you
you
see
think about it?
winning?
Oh no, I was gonna say which one you think we went over it already. So who you got?
Who I got? I got in the men's side. I'm probably gonna go with Javon as a sleeper. I don't see Oba winning it,
bro. And the thing, that name does have ring a bell. I mean, got a good sound to it. King Bond. So I could see that happening, but Dominic.
King Dom sound good too.
Oh, it'll be definitely crazy, and
maybe they call him Dom King.
Yeah, Dom King.
You funny.
Aha. No, man, that family be on WWE ass real quick for that. Don King too. But
real quick. Well, since we were just unfortunately the way things started, but let's go talk about another pay-per-view that's coming down. That was supposed to be in New Orleans, and they kept messing around and changing it over and over again.
We talking about the DNA?
Yeah, Money in the Bank.
Oh, Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. Yeah, I thought I had it, but yeah, they changed it back to. I mean, not back, but this is the third time they changed it. It's, to October 10th. I like Money in the Bank later that year because usually it would have been around this time. So I'm with it. What'd you say?
I said I could go for my birthday early, but
Oh,
do that too.
Where's it gonna be at?
New Orleans.
New Orleans at the Smoothie King.
The Smoothie King. Nolans. I said Nolans.
I will have so much to do there.
Yeah, it's fun. That's where Cheech and I met. But New Orleans is fun. I would say number one, I like that it's in New Orleans, but y'all got to stop playing with New Orleans, right? Stop playing with New Orleans because you think Danhausen curses something. Wait till they bring out Papa Shunga Voodoo. Okay?
No, thank you.
Listen, you already took away WrestleMania, and now you done move Money in the Bank 3 times. That's 4 strikes. Don't let it happen again.
Yeah.
But I'm not opposed to it happening later in the year though. I just look at the fact that right after that is Royal Rumble. So how are those going to correlate basically?
I think that helps it breathe. Like, because we have like Money in the Bank like right after WrestleMania, and now it's pushing it out further to where maybe someone carrying the briefcase to SummerSlam is a bigger deal, or whatever. Just kind of like just spreading out the events throughout the calendar. I genuinely like, but I will say this: at least with this staying in New Orleans, at least they weren't like, oh, we're gonna move we're gonna move Money in the Bank to this place, and you get the equivalent to Great Balls of Fire. Here you go, have Great Balls of Fire. You like that, right? So it's like at least you're getting that big deal pay-per-view, not some afterthought.
Yeah, They could have did him like Saturday Night's Main Event. That'd have been real dirty.
And and then another thing, that they also announced, which I think is petty. You already had Slammiversary, for one day, and AEW Forbidden Door, and so hold on to your seats. June 28th, we got a threesome,
Wow.
orgy of wrestling on
That's
June
crazy.
28th.
Yeah, that is going to be a rough day. But you also got to look at the fact if you are like a big wrestling fan, you're gonna be fed a lot. But yeah, it is petty to to run TNA then NXT. Oh, basically tiring people out from watching wrestling. So by the time Forbidden Door comes on, you are already tired. But I don't like I like it because it's a full stack, but I don't like it like, come on, man. Y'all could have let them have that day, basically.
Yeah, it's one crazy thing you think about.
You heard him. You heard him.
It's one thing crazy when you think about the competitiveness of wrestling anymore. Like growing up, WCW and WWE never ran pay-per-views on the same day, which granted, different system, but now it's like, oh, we can do whatever we want. Okay, we're gonna run shows. We're gonna run up against you. We're gonna run them before you. We're gonna run 2 shows at the same time. We don't care anymore. It's no longer the same pay-per-view model, so it's good, kind of good for fans. You have this smorgasbord.
I think it's like I said, it's one of those things where once again you're gonna get full, but you're gonna get tired. Jojo, what's your thoughts? You on mute, mommy. You on mute.
I was saying, my bad, always. About TNA, moving on to the next thing. Wicked Garden Match.
TNA.
Now TNA definitely got a lot going on. I mean, Slammiversary, only one match announced, but that Wicked Garden match was crazy. Crazy wow. Like if y'all ain't got the chance to go see that, please go back and watch it. I think this is a match that I wouldn't mind seeing again. Basically, presentation, everything was on point. Cheech,
Yes, sir.
your thoughts?
Man, the Hardy Boys are the heart and soul of TNA. By the way it looks, TNA is just cleaning up so they could be bought by WWE. If you look at Carlos Silva's track record, every company he's been brought into is to clean up and get the company ready to be sold.
Ooh.
So there you have it, folks. That's
So,
what's gonna happen.
so you
Eventually.
think it's gonna be sold?
Without a shadow of a doubt.
I don't necessarily think they'll be sold. I think Anthem.
Okay, how you know?
I know them very well.
Okay.
How I know? Because I asked Andrade. That's how I know. No, I think they're in a position where they can really do something, right?
Yeah.
Especially with this deal with AMC. People can say what they want, but the previous show in TNA's time slot wasn't even pulling in the numbers that they pulling in now. Not
Yeah,
saying it's the best numbers at all, but when you do look at okay, talent's contracts are coming up. We don't know what's going on with Mike Santana. Is he staying or is he going?
oh, he's leaving.
You know what
I
I'm
could tell
saying?
you that.
Then you have Leon Slater,
He's
his
leaving.
contract. So I mean, we don't. Is it? Could be. Yes. But once again, what does that do for TNA? Does it open up the books where they can get some of these other talent that's been released?
I mean,
But
they definitely can, but it's just the proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean? Like Carlos Silva, he's done. That's what he do. You know what I mean? And it's inevitable. You know, WWE's they just want content. You know, now with Netflix and all that stuff, I believe American Bash is gonna be on the CW for the first time.
yeah,
So, you know, I think they want to get as much assets so they could sell it to somebody else. Because unfortunately, they running this shit as a business. They're not running it as a wrestling, show and shit. So, um, I don't see, you know what I'm saying? Like I actually see them getting rid of that. But touching on what you said about the homie, you know, there's talks that Mike Santana is on his way out.
Oh no.
By the way it looks, seems like Nick Nemeth might be the one to take the belt away from him.
I don't know. You think
But he
Nick
still got,
Nemeth?
well, don't he still got that thing,
That thing.
that call your shot thingalingy?
Yep, he still got to call you shot gauntlet.
Yeah. So there you have it. You know, he he still got the strap.
Hey yo.
Hey, come on, dude. Really?
Oh, we're back. I shall bring him up again.
Oh,
Chacho.
bring him on. Yeah, man.
I think we both having the same issue tonight, bro.
I
No,
think everybody.
we're actually having a slightly different issue. I make the joke to JT about having AOL. My computer, my laptop, I should say, is literally going to be a teenager next year, so it's pretty old. So it's starting to overheat. So yeah.
Man, this has been a doozy, but we're live, baby, so we're gonna have to keep the thing going. It happens, man. Between internet and old equipment, I got the old shit myself, AOL. But let's get this back. Mike Santana, I think, honestly, I can't I can't tell anyone what to do when it comes to how they want to better themselves financially, right? Of course, the more money will probably be offered by WWE. There's also AEW out there, but I don't think he goes back there. But I would probably like to see him have a little longer reign with the championship. He don't have to sign like you know a year deal. Even if he did like in a 3 month extension or 6 month, because we've seen some of these guys come in for 3 months or 6 months and then they get written off television. So I wouldn't mind Mike Santana staying at least a little bit longer and probably have him come out at the Royal Rumble. No NXT, straight to the main roster. That's what I would like to see for Santana. So if his contract is up by July or whatever, extend it for like 3 more months. Go radio silent and pop up at the Rumble. That's gonna be a pop.
Yeah,
Well,
Jojo, what you say, Jojo?
Had a mute for the kid crying so nobody get their ears popped.
Tell him
So,
that there's no crying in baseball. No.
there's no
yeah,
crime.
Well, I mean, for these kids, it's always crying. So speaking of things that we're hearing, been hearing rumors about a one CM Punk. What are we hearing?
Oh, not that one. My bad.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. Justin, did you hear about this CM Punk news? What's going on?
Yeah, I've vaguely heard some of the stuff, and to me, it just feels like a lot of just bullshit rumors going around. Just, oh, did you hear about this? Oh, did you hear? And like, I don't think there's any truth to any of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know he's looking good though. He's been working out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, let Ryan Memphis tell you that it ain't just a workout. That's his opinion, not mine. That's what he put out there. Cheech, what's your take on it, dude?
well, when I first saw the headlines and stuff, I didn't look into it too much, because it's like, oh, here we go. But then, of course, with what they were saying about the cuts, they might ask him to take a cut, and he didn't want to, and something about AJ Lee's match and Mania, blah blah. Like, to me, this is where it's at. I don't think he's going anywhere. You know what I mean? I think he's gonna stack up. Supposedly he said he was gonna wrestle to 50. I don't know. So I didn't really pay too much attention. Although, man, nowadays you never know. He probably, man, I'm good. Fuck yeah, I'm out. You know what I mean? But I didn't, I wasn't believing it, putting too much emphasis on it.
I'm looking at it like this: like when Punk was with WWE before, he was constantly bitching about having to get off of his breaks too soon. Like, oh, I didn't get enough time. I didn't get enough time. Oh, this whole thing from Vince, like, I'll owe you one. I'll owe you one. I kind of think now he's just like, he's going to take as much time as he wants. So I don't think he's at a big rush to come back right now.
I'm with that. Definitely feel everyone's opinion on that. I think just at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of high school shit, right? Like, oh, did you see? Did you hear? And if that man is taking a break, let him take a break. Like, he's not a spring chicken. Like, he's not as young as he used to be. He may need more time to recoup. So there's a lot of that goes into play. But Chicago's right up the corner. I think July 6th they return back to Chicago. So I wouldn't, not no spoiler alert, but I wouldn't surprise me he popped up back in Chicago. That's gonna be the biggest pop he get. So yeah. As far as AEW putting out the never say never about the burned bridges or whatever. So I don't know what happens. I don't know. I don't think it's anything major to trip about, basically.
Yeah, but it got people talking. It's provocative, like you said.
It keeps the people going.
More combo.
Yeah. CM Punk. Yeah,
So,
man.
Speaking on taking breaks, maybe because he needs more time to recuperate, health things. Konnan update, health situations.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's tough.
You want to take this one, Cheech? I think I'm trying to get my computer back up.
Oh. I mean, I wanted to show him how I'll remember him. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate this, he'd been on dialysis for so long and shit finally caught up on him, man. But by the reports, right, WWE taking care of everything. To me, he was the top 5 podcasts that I would listen to. Keeping it 100 with Konnan, so I don't know how it's going to be now.
Yeah, this is tough. For y'all who don't know, he had his legs amputated, and that's tough. Seeing one of your childhood, favorite wrestlers as a kid, representation, the whole nine. Like I fucked with Konnan heavy as a kid, man.
Mhm.
Konnan had me linking up with all my Vatos, down there in Florida, Vatos Locos. Like I'm lunchtime with the fucking flannel with the one button and the flannel hanging at the bottom. Like so, Konnan definitely had a big impression on me, as a kid. So it's sad to hear, but more importantly, I'm glad that he was able to come out of it. The expenses were paid for, so he doesn't have to foot that big wrong set of words. He does not have to pay for that bill, for the
Mhm.
medical bill. So more love to him and the family. I just hope he has a speedy recovery. But good job for WWE, actually, paying the medical expenses. Wow.
Mhm.
Your thoughts on it, Justin?
I think like late '90s Conan is so underrated in professional wrestling. Like a lot of us, we don't really talk about that aspect of it, but just being like, a white boy from Ohio, like I love the shit out of Conan, pre NWO, in NWO. Like one of the things I think of when I hear like Conan talking is the WCW Mayhem CD where he managed to sneak this in. Obviously, he said it on TV somewhere and they put it in, but like, uh, there's Russian, there's Italian, there's French, and there's creamy. Those are dressings. So tonight, get ready to bow down, toss my salad, and peel my potatoes. And as an adult, I'm looking like, how'd you get that on the CD?
The toss salad shit was
Yeah.
wild,
Yo, Conan was tripping back then, though. But Conan was an artist.
bro. He was Hulk Hogan in Mexico at one point.
Yeah.
He was in movies, novelas, commercials. Like I think he was even singing. He was like Gerardo and shit. You know what I mean? Like Rico Suave.
Not with, not with Menudo. Don't do that.
You know, some Menudo shit. Yeah, and it's wild because you see him how he was. His a body guy to end up like that, and then as of late, I think there's been like 3 wrestlers in the last year that happened to him.
Yeah,
One of the,
yeah, you're right. Buff Bagwell, Marty Jannetty.
Yeah.
Yo, man.
So man, it sucks for real because it's like, bro, you see somebody so animated, you know what I'm saying? Órale, viva la raza.
That's how I learned to speak Spanish. Not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Filthy animals, the whole nine, bro. Like, but just big, big healing powers and blessings to Conan. Definitely,
Patience to heal.
yeah, speedy recovery, bro. Speedy recovery.
And in other health news, Kathy Kelly opened up about autism diagnosis.
So,
See, this is how I want to remember her.
oh my gosh, she really no, this is big. A lot more people are coming out, getting themselves diagnosed later on as an adult because we didn't have the knowledge as extensive as we have it now. You know what I'm saying? So this is good that she's out there, she's speaking on it. And there's a safe space for people who have autism and people who that can relate to her story. So I think it's big. It's big for her to come out and say that. It's big for her to, accept that at this stage in life because a lot of us go through life not knowing what is normal. But then again, everything's perception. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
All right. What are we, Justin?
Man,
I think for me, like JT kind of like said it all. The fact that this will maybe this will actually get people up to get themselves tested for this, because of how far we've come with certain medical technology and learning how the brain works. So
Mm.
it's something to really think about for fans.
Absolutely. What else we got over there? What we got
Hey,
going up?
bro, I'm gonna touch on this real quick. We gotta talk on this, and I know just have a lot to say. What about that fucking game last night between the New York Knicks and the San Antonio Spurs? Bro, I haven't felt like that in like 10 years of the title.
How'd you get here?
You are cursed. Oh my god, what a game, man. And wrestling is everywhere. You got Danhausen. Bro, this Cena, man. Judge, tell us a little bit about Mr. Nice, Mr. Evil.
Very nice. Very evil.
Dude, the success of Danhausen, like, it blows my mind, but it doesn't surprise me at the same time. Like, this is a dude that worked really hard for his character. Literally, like, when he debuted in AIW, there was no fanfare. It wasn't like, oh my god, Danhausen's here. It was like, oh no, a guy left this faction called the Production, and he's being filled in by this guy named Danhausen. And over time, I got to watch firsthand, like, the true evolution. And the thing that Danhausen had even before COVID was like really good merch. And at least back then, not a knock on what he, like, the success he has now, but he was hand making genuine, really cool things. Like, you can't really see it. I have some like hand painted masks that Danhausen has done, and one of them is a one of one. I'm the only person that owns one that looks like it. But he was just doing all these random things to like really bring people in, and then like we go into the COVID world, and he's just like, I can't wrestle. I'm just going to be me. And it was right before COVID. He was starting to get a break. He got a tryout with ROH, and that was like, that set some buzz. COVID came in. Hey, what are we going to do? We don't know. But people just became drawn into him. And I'll always say, like, I don't knock AEW or even WWE. I'm very, very neutral. I preach to the heavens to people, like, be fans of wrestlers, not of companies. As in, if a wrestler leaves AEW and goes to WWE and you're an AEW person, don't be like, well, I hate that person now. They suck. No, like, be happy that they're doing good. Be happy for them. Follow them. That's something that really needs to happen in this tribalistic world. So, but seeing like the success is crazy. And just even thinking back to, like, I saw him last in February. He was doing Toy Hio here in the local area. I got to like help run his booth with him, and just like, he's there with his wife. He's really happy. Everything's going great. But the thing that I've had a conversation with him was, even like months prior to this, was how AEW wasn't using him. And going back to where I kind of lost my train of thought, that's what I like really knock AEW for. You had this gold mine. He was always this good, and you're just like, whatever. And then we're all that to say, like, we went from a guy debuting at a pay-per-view and supposedly most of the internet hated it, to now he's on the television with Ben Stiller backstage taking photos with Cardi B. I literally sent a message. I'm like, dude, what is your life? What is your life now? This is so insane. Like, happy for him, proud for him. Just, and if the Knicks manage to win this, like, this adds to the lore of Danhausen. Like,
He'll get a
you talk
statue.
you talk about like capturing lightning in a bottle. This dude just happened to curse Stephen A. Smith, and then at the right time say, okay, the Knicks aren't cursed anymore, and they went on this huge winning streak. Like
13 games.
it's just wow, just wow.
Yeah, that. Oh my gosh. And just once again, I wouldn't know who Danhausen was without hearing about him through Wrestling Cheers. Because at that point I had not been to independent wrestling, right? None of that. And you know, the first indie show I go to was AIW.
Mhm.
I didn't know who Danhausen was. I didn't know what a Danhausen was. I had to literally learn about, oh, this is the gimmick. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't know what it then the gimmick evolved.
Yes.
It evolved so much. Like, if you go back and you go watch some of Danhausen, the earlier stuff, you think Danhausen back then,
Mhm.
yeah. I like Danhausen now. I'm happy for him. But yeah, this is crazy. If the Knicks do win the championship, the Knicks have to make the mascot Danhausen.
I
Oh,
think
they got a put up banner.
I think a lot of us were just like when he first came on to WWE and stuff like that. It was just like, who is this guy and why is he here?
You can
Now we're just like,
understand it.
oh my god!
That's why, like, a lot of people, oh, this guy, but like, bro, just sit down and wait. You know, he's a merch king, bonanza.
Yeah.
Watch, and within weeks.
I never got a shirt. Never got a shirt. Never had one for me in the 5X. But
Oh yeah.
I did have the pins.
Well,
Like
what I said, that you give him you give him some teeth. Just like tell us a little bit about like where the teeth came about.
Okay, I can tell you the background of two of the gimmicks that he does. I will end with the teeth. The first one is the tequila dance, which obviously he hasn't really done in WWE since, but he actually premiered in Ohio. I want to say it was Unsanctioned Pro against PB Smooth, where they were having like a no ring match at a
yeah.
bar, and like
Yep.
that got incorporated, and then all of a sudden like that became a staple. And then with the teeth, that randomly started at Black Label Pro against Effie, a show that I can say I was actually at, and this is in Crown Point, Indiana, which is right by Chicago. And it's just like he just randomly like, pulled it out. And I think he was like building to it online, and then it just exploded afterwards. And kind of going back to what I was saying about his merch game back then, or just to show you how his fans are, or even before going into WWE. I have, like I said, some older merch of his that is very limited. I sold one item of his that was a VHS. He produced VHS of an old promo or old promos he had on YouTube and sold it. Like, you're talking about really cheap. I don't remember what I paid for it. I ended up selling it because somebody made me an offer I legitimately couldn't refuse.
Mhm.
Everybody, take a guess how much I sold a Danhausen VHS for.
500.
Higher.
1K.
1,000.
Okay, lower. They're not that crazy.
750.
750.
750.
750. It's 750, not 750. Yo, that is wow, bro.
I
Oh,
didn't want
wow.
to sell it, but when I got that, because what it was like, I was in a Danhausen group and like I posted a bunch of stuff, and the guy was kind of interested in some stuff, and then he just happened to have that offer, and I'm like, I gotta take it. He tried to buy some other stuff off me, but I'm like, I can't. Like, I'm not gonna put a price on it, but I'm like, you already paid me 750, so I'm really happy.
Mhm.
Yo, that's a come up. Thank God it was a Danhausen tape. Because there's another person name to start with D. We ain't gonna get into that. Oh my gosh, yo. deep dive. Listen, if y'all haven't listened to some of the old episodes of Wrestling Cheers, they are available on Podbean. You can find them on Apple Podcasts, everywhere. And I can't wait to see what's next. But speaking of what's next on the agenda,
Well,
JoJo?
well,
What we
also,
have next is
let me throw this out first. I do have 3 interviews with Danhausen. One was part of the production, 2 one-on-one, just Danhausen. And I teased it online. I didn't say it earlier. We're in the middle of the show, so that's a good little point to throw it in. Wrestling Cheers, the name is changing. I'm keeping the brand. I have to keep Wrestling Cheers. It's I already have the following. It's at Wrestling Cheers everywhere. But I gotta do something different. So the new name, to go with the kind of the new style I'm going to lean into, is called Wrestling Cheers Speakeasy.
Okay. Y'all heard it here first. You heard it here first.
we got the
Brand
exclusive.
new name of the show. Interviews dropping soon. Wrestling Cheers Speak Easy.
What? Gotta speak it
Exclusive.
easy.
Exclusive.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
You gotta hit it with the
Another one.
Exclusive, yo. I like that. I can't wait to be. Cannot wait to see this come to fruition. Cheech and I, JoJo, we always available. We right down the street in Cleveland. So just saying, cannot wait for the new episodes. JoJo, tell me something, Joe. What's next?
Some more rumors. Tubi?
Ooh,
AEW? Tubi? To be or not to be? I don't know.
Tubi is all elite. Oh, so this is actually pretty cool when you think about it.
Does this mean I don't have to pay for nothing?
I mean, it's
Oh,
free. It's for the free scheme.
okay.
But
Maybe with the and I'm like, no.
no, it's free. It's free. Tubi is absolutely free. I watch a lot of things on Tubi. A lot of dumb movies, but I watch a lot of good movies on there. But Tubi is the place for wrestling. Tubi has CZW. It has Evolve, AEW. It also has NXT episodes on there. And now we have AEW in the mix. And this is also the place MLW was supposed to be at. Let's not forget that a few years ago. But could this mean, and I was talking to Cheech about this, with Warner Brothers, Time Warner merging with Prime, we don't know what that TV deal looks like. No one does, because we're not in those boardrooms. But could this be a way of positioning themselves to have a home for weekly content? Because you got the MyAW as well, where you're going to pay, what is it, $9.99 or something of that sort, but you still got to pay for the pay-per-views. But is this a way to spread out the content or a place to fall back on? What's your thoughts?
If it actually happens, it could be a good place just to have like certain free content for people to check out.
Mm.
If we still had it, which granted we don't anymore, this would be the perfect place for all the AEW dark stuff. Of like, oh, here, check out all this stuff. Maybe hell, I give AEW credit of like they're always like trying to do like things different. Like they could even just come up with a new show. Hey, we're gonna come up with this. It's gonna be on Tubi. Check it out.
Voltage. So AW Voltage.
Yeah, whatever happened to that show?
No,
I know it's supposed to happen.
Velocity.
Velocity, something like that. I don't know. It's a good way to spread out content. What you thinking over there, Cheech?
To me, it's like syndication. When you had a show, let's say like My Wife and Kids, they give it on one channel and then on the other Nickelodeon, Nick at Night. And it's like an early show, so you're generating money because now the way people consume is about content. You know, like what's next? What's next? You know, we probably, let's say we watched Breaking Bad 15 years ago, but there's people that haven't watched it. You know, so they get hip to, yeah, exactly. Who hasn't? Damn it. No, but you know, um, it's just, I think, another way to generate money and just be out there, you know, at the palm of your hand, pause, you know, like you just go through your phone, go through your phone and be able to watch, you know, some wrestling on a free streaming service. Anything free is amazing. And don't get me wrong, Tubi got some crazy ass movies, but they do got a nice little library when it comes to some Saturday morning cartoons and all that shit, you know.
Well, you got G.I. Joe on there. You got all the throwbacks. You got Super Samurai, which is Power Rangers, and Super Sentai. What was it, Sentai Samurai? I forget the name of the damn show.
The original was Super Sentai. You're kind
Super
of
Sentai.
you're tongue tying it with Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad,
Yes,
which was
yes.
Whoa.
around at the same time. Which, yeah,
That's the tongue twister.
There is. That's a lot. Yo, what's up? Shout out to the
Yo, Trail.
OTC. What up, Trail? And shout out to John too. I think it's once again, like you said, Cheech. It's good. Good way to spread the mustard. Jojo, what's your thoughts of AEW on Tubi?
Now I can start watching
For
Hey,
the free ski.
instead of watching clips, because listen, there is somebody on there that I keep watching clips of, and he just liked me reposting his story on my story.
Ooh, now who was that?
A Mr. Leo Rush.
Oh, shout out to the Marks of Mike alumni, man. I would say let's try to do another interview, but I don't
I
think
would
he's
die.
speaking as
not
much.
looking like this.
Hell
No,
yeah.
looking like that.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't like it.
Listen, I need
I
that.
like it. I like it. But keep in mind who I am outside of here.
Yes.
And I am not done putting out WrestleMania content. I've got plenty of pictures and videos of Mr. Leo Rush on stage.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. Hey, listen, make sure y'all definitely tapping in with Mrs. JoJo on all the platforms. She's gonna be dropping that content, and we'll make sure we put that inside the atmosphere as well. But it's big. It's very well. Definitely, it's nice to see Leo Rush getting this push. I mean, in a way, AEW can really have lightning in the bottle with Leo Rush with the Black Heart gimmick. So they got lightning in the bottle. They just gotta push it. I need them to push it the same way WWE pushing Danhausen right now. You can have Leo Rush everywhere if they push it right.
Yeah,
Please and thank you.
he
Please and
should
thank
get
you.
a power driver. He should get a power driver to a table and just snap out of it.
Oh,
Mm,
We'll be right back up.
I'm okay.
I'm with it.
I like him the way he is.
What you
You need,
got next for us, Joe?
you need
All
therapy.
right. So TNA, I heard there was releases. Who was released? Surprises? Like what?
Yes. TNA and these people were granted their releases. I don't want y'all to think they just got let go or anything like that. Uh, the first one that really wasn't shocking was Steve Macklin. I wasn't surprised by that because his contract had already lapsed. You know, the feast of fired. He did basically what I suggested earlier for Santana, which was to come back for a few months or whatever and leave after that. But he actually asked for his release, and the story goes is that he didn't like creatively what they were doing with his character, and I think it was at Rebellion, if I'm not mistaken, or some event where he got up and called Silver's face and told him, sit down sit down in your cock chair. You know what I'm saying? So, kind of, they say, went into the business for himself, but I'm not surprised. My thing is, what do y'all think he land at?
Bro, I think NWA, believe it or not, or even is it JCW?
Oh, yeah, Juggalo Championship, yeah.
Somewhere, yeah. I think he could carry himself well and somewhere like that. Even, bro, I'll go as far as MLW. You know what I mean? By the way, they have a mat. You know what I mean? There's some old folks going at it. I'm pretty sure you remember them. You know, how beautiful is this? You don't remember them?
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them. This has-beens.
Are they new?
Man.
Did they just debut or something? I don't know.
Oh man, no, they look like these two guys that I saw rain from above.
Bro,
They'll
I
probably do the
still
exact
have that
same
clip.
thing.
I still have that clip in the phone, bro.
Oh yeah,
that clip went viral.
Yeah, different angles. It was crazy, but yeah, I don't think like Steve Macklin, that cease and desist. I think it was stupid at first. What the fuck? He got fired. Gonna bring him back. Anywho, I think he's a good, a great wrestler. I think his wife is better than him. And no, but
Yo,
I
so I'm
think
starting beef.
he's gonna be all right. Yeah, he should be all right, man. He should be all right.
He says we're starting beef.
Trying to break up a happy home over there. Don't do that. Like, oh, your wife better than you. That's saying, he arguing about little stuff. It's like sipping the last bit of the damn juice. Like, it's gonna be little shit that piss him off now. See, now you don't put it in an atmosphere.
And
Who told you to wear blue today? Like, that's the shit that's gonna piss him off.
You're
I mean,
breathing too hard.
this is the
Yeah, you
second.
breathing too hard.
You're breathing too hard.
That's how it started. It started off with the petty shit. Like, the male ego is not one to fuck with. So, don't put that out there, man. You gonna break up a happy home. That's what had Bobby and Whitney fucked up right there.
This is also
Bobby.
the second set of like TNA releases of people saying, "Hey, I want out," and they're like, "Okay."
I'm telling what I mentioned earlier. I think they getting ready to get for WWE TKO to purchase them. They want a part of the catalog. You feel me?
Here's the thing about that. I'm not knocking TNA as a company, but just being around as long as I have, TNA is the cockroach of professional wrestling because I heard in 2011, 2012, 2013, this is the end of TNA. They're going to be done. They're going to be over with. WWE is going to buy them. And it's like, they're still here. I'm to the point where it's just like, I kind of want them to keep going because they've been around as long as they have. It's just like, keep it around. Let's keep this going because you guys are really, no one thought you were going to be around in 2026 and you've proven so many people wrong and I'm happy for you.
Absolutely, bro. And I'm with that. I think it was I was on Powerbomb Jitsu, and I think the Rail mentioned that he called them the very same thing, like the cockroach of professional wrestling. That's no disrespect. We're talking about the survival aspect. The survival aspect. Okay, we're not talking about being dirty or anything like that. The survival of the fittest, which is an ROH pay-per-view, but TNA once again has been able to continue to be inside the news. Like you mentioned, what was it? I think it was a pay-per-view or so, and I was watching it. I actually bought it. I thought it was their last pay-per-view. I think Matt Hardy was on the card, and Dixie Carter went through a table or something like that. And that I thought that was the end. Nope. Smashing Pumpkins guy Billy Corgan buys it, then sells it. So I don't know, bro. Like I don't know if they're gonna buy TNA. Personally, I like the working relationship. It could be better, like more mainstream. main roster stars going to
Well,
TNA.
other main stars are going to WWE, man. It's written.
Yeah,
I know it
I
can
see
have for a
that,
long
but
time, but it's
it got to
happening.
be an even exchange, brother. Like
Nah,
you just
bro.
gave me Joe Hendry,
Take, but never give.
Joe Hendry. You
Shouldn't.
got Jordan Grace. Like you can't send me like for me when AJ Styles was on his retirement tour, he should have had a match in TNA. That's just me. He should have had a match in TNA. There's so many people that you could have sent from the main roster over there to have matches in TNA, but they chose not to. And to a point, I don't want to say it looks like a little brother type of situation. Like, all right, I'm gonna let you play with my little brother, but you're not gonna play with my big brother. It's like I'll send the kids to go play with you, but far as like the starting lineup, we're not going. It's kind of like going to a Lakers meet and greet, and you got to meet like the person that's like the 12th man on the roster, the person who get no playing time. Not to say that's NXT, but they could have gave them something more. So I don't see TNA folding. I see them surviving like they've been
But
surviving.
but but that's the thing. It doesn't mean they're gonna fold. They're just gonna have new owners. It's not gonna be Anthem. You
So
understand?
so what you're saying is WWE is going to acquire.
Well, they acquire you. Yeah.
Yes, it's
Goodbye.
just it's just
You,
in.
because I think didn't they brought back? Well, they didn't brought back. They just have a channel for Lucha Underground, right?
Mm.
Mhm.
They have a channel. So to me, it's just as much content that they could get. So when they get rid of that catalog, it's like, look, you could buy this and you could do what the fuck you want. You could have it on different channels and all this. Um, it's unfortunate, but it's just the way, like the guys that they have, you know, Slater, Santana. It's like no brainer. Like Joe Henry from the get go, you knew Joe Henry was gonna end up over there. Jordan Grace, and it's just gonna be like a filter that's gonna just gonna be that way, you know.
In a way, it would be almost an added filter because, like, when it comes to WWE, like they have so many like channels right now. Because
Mm,
also having Evolve still be a thing in professional wrestling at this point, and managing to like take that champion and be like, oh, we're gonna throw you in NXT, adding one more to that. I mean, it's a very big world in
yeah,
WWE.
yes, sir.
It's a very big world, man. Very big, but I don't know. I think it could be maybe they do what they did with AAA, and they acquire it that way, and it's has the logo on top of it.
Mm-hmm. They're
But
still doing their thing.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
What else we
So
got, Mrs. JoJo? Can't
you
hear you.
seen that?
So I already got it. So I want to speak on and hear what your thoughts on, you know, daddy-in-law over here. One Rikishi. You know what I'm saying? I gotta speak on Pops, you know what I'm saying? Future Pops. What are your thoughts? Family business, the discussion of the bloodline. Now, does it help or does it hurt the story?
Mm.
Mm. It's definitely gonna help Rakishi's pocket. I think he's been campaigning this for so long that they finally gonna bring him in. I don't know if they should give him a mic, you know, what I mean, a live mic, but I think it'll work, you know. But I don't want him dancing. I don't want him doing none of that dumb shit. I don't
Oh,
want to see his ass. You know what I mean? I want him to come straight up on some gangster shit with the glasses. You know what I mean? And speak in a tone like on some demands attention. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm with it.
I mean, you can always bring back the from the street spot too.
Yeah, with
But
the
he's gotta
jacket
I was
in
about to
the
say he's got to
summer.
have the jacket. He's got to have the big jacket.
Yeah.
Without that, it doesn't work.
From the Streets 5-2, that's a throwback. Wasn't that like New Generation time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're
Yes, sir.
talking like that had to be around 95.
Yo,
Send them
you
to
just
East Cleveland.
you you just you just jogged my memory with that. I remember the promos, like the not the promos, but the vignettes. Isn't that
Yeah.
reminiscent to what they're doing with Powerhouse? What they did with Powerhouse Hobbs before he
To
debuted
some
it?
extent, yeah.
It's like they copy and paste the homework, but I don't know,
He ain't
man.
done.
How do you not bring Rikishi back and he don't back that thing up? Like,
Nah,
pause.
come on.
Bro,
Listen, I wasn't there for that, so I need to see this. I
yeah,
need to see
see,
this.
yeah, listen, JoJo, I'm gonna send you
5 years
some
too late.
clips.
I've seen that back then. I need it now. I need it now.
Yeah,
So I like I was there for that one.
the thing is, I think that he is 5 years too late because honestly, we talked about it before. These parenting skills are horrible, Rikishi. Okay, you should have stepped into this storyline the moment Roman started slapping up Jay and Jimmy. Okay, the moment he started slapping them up and making them be like his new boys, you should have came into the picture. I think that would have been bigger back then for Keish to even come in and not even Keish have a match, but get beat up like on some like throwback shit when I think it was who was it that beat up Dusty Rhodes and they had the tag team match to defend them. I know it was Stardust. No, it was Cody. It was Cody and Goldust. I forget who the other team was, but they
The
had beat
Shield?
up. I think it was the Shield that did beat up Dusty. If I could be wrong, y'all let me know later.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But at that time, that would have been perfect for Rikishi to come in. Like at the beginning of the bloodline, absolutely.
5 years
But
too late, brother.
you 5 years too late. Like at this point, your boys are in the position that they in because you didn't step up. Okay,
Yeah,
you didn't
pussy.
step up. You let Roman bitch them out on national television in 4K for weeks, 8K on Fox, but for weeks you let them get bitched out. I don't know. I don't mind it. I don't mind Big Keish popping up. It's gonna get a pop regardless.
Oh,
Now,
definitely,
does he come back with the Too Cool music or does he come back with the Batman? Not the Hill theme that he had.
Yeah, it was called Batman.
It was called Batman. Okay,
Mm.
because also what Batman had me thinking about John Cena as well when he had the song on this album.
Well, that was bad. Bad man. That's two bads.
Batman. See, there we go. Um,
bad, bad. Hey, another thing. Did you hear something about main event on a Sunday?
yeah,
You hear about that, Jojo?
Sunday was it Sunday night main event? Atlanta Labor Day weekend. Now,
Mm.
correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that where Money in the Bank was supposed to take place?
At one point.
Once again, y'all keep playing on New Orleans top. Y'all go get voodoo. I'm trying to tell you. You think that Danhausen curse or something. Wait till Papa Shango pop up and you just start vomiting like the Ultimate Warrior
They
for no
about to
reason.
they about to pull out Papa Legua and Papa Tunde up in the piece. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Trying to tell you. But I think it's stupid because Sunday Night Heat was right there. Sunday Night Heat was right there. You didn't have to go Sunday night, man. That's lazy. You scratch out the Saturday and write Sunday on that. That's lazy as hell. Sunday Night Heat was right there.
The only time they should do that though, if they were to bring back Sunday Night Heat, and I think you're going to agree with me on this, if it was in Miami,
Ooh,
then do Sunday Night
Please
Heat.
and thank you. Please and thank you.
okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'll give you that. Cheech, what's your thoughts on WWE playing with New Orleans Top, and we got Sunday night's main event?
Bro, from that WrestleMania announcement, you know what I mean? That shit was fucking wow. The Rock coming out, Little Wayne. Oh, yes, New Orleans, we there by any means necessary. And then next thing you know, broop, they change it again and again. To me, if they have WrestleMania in New Orleans every year, it would be the best one. You know what I mean? It will top every year. I will trying to go every year because it's amazing down there, you know. So hopefully they give it back to them, man.
Yeah, I don't know. You know how TKO do business.
Goddamn minute, Rondell. That's not part of the party. Okay. All right.
They're
Well, no
all Vegas.
hustling me. You're talking to the ultimate hustler.
You know how they do. You know how they do business, man. Down and dirty. What was that last thing you had on the agenda?
Main event questions. What is the biggest story in wrestling right now? Are we talking the CM Punk rumors, the Mike Santanas?
Right here. This is it.
Yeah,
It's
you didn't have to even finish that, JoJo. Danhausen has sold more merch than John Cena, Cody Rhodes. He sold more merch than Roman Reigns. Hell, I
He
think
signed to an agency too, right?
yeah. The man has trademarked his face paint. He gonna make money on top of money.
Halloween this year is
Come
gonna
on, look,
be
did you see the
Halloween
Knicks selling? Did you see the Knicks giving out New York Knicks hats with the Danhausen mask attached to it?
Can I get one? Somebody get me one. I'm gonna ask my brother.
Bro,
to get me
for
one.
a cameo. How long is a cameo?
300.
No. How long is a cameo? How long?
Oh, I think cameos they go for like
90 seconds.
90 seconds. Some go 2 minutes.
So my dude charges 500 and he got a waiting list for 90 seconds. That's crazy. Even less. 500 a pop, bro.
I mean, I spent 500 for a cameo, but it was at a strip club, so it was more than 90 seconds though. About 15 minutes, but it was worth it. But
What?
I would definitely not like that. We're talking about a dance, not like that. Nah, I would definitely I wouldn't be opposed to dropping 500 to get Danhausen to come on, or I'll pull one of these like, hey, cousin, like, no, I'm joking, but no, Danhausen definitely deserves. I mean, the man put in the work. That is what he is, the biggest thing in wrestling right now, and he is not even wrestling like consistent matches. He's not a title holder. He's not any major storylines. He pops up. He literally just pops up out of nowhere on screen, and it's instant magic. It's instant.
I mean, he does have this feud thing going with
the Miz
and Kate Wilson.
Oh yeah, he got that going on. Let's not forget about that in the mini.
Is he gonna get a stable? Right? Because there've been like rumors that's that machine and all that shit.
That would be cool, but what's underneath the blanket? Who's underneath the blanket?
Oh,
that's the real $1 million question. I don't know what he's working on, but I kind of feel like he created a wrestler. Now I don't know if it's gonna be some big jacked up dude just with Danhausen face paint, or if it's actually someone that they're bringing in. But I think if Danhausen brings anyone in, they're gonna automatically get over.
That would be lovely. Can I go?
Yes.
Can I go?
Go ahead.
I would think with Danhausen too, he's sold the most merch per matches wrestled. Because he sold a lot of merch. he has hardly wrestled, and that's saying something.
Lightning in the bottle. Imagine that when this man debuted in Chicago, booed him out the building and complained. Now look at him. And I thought it was kind of messed up because Danhausen he got clout in Chicago. Like Chicago knows who Danhausen is. Just the same way, Cleveland and Detroit, the Midwest, like everyone know who Danhausen is. So when they booed him, which, that debut wasn't that shitty for y'all to boo it. Like it was something. It wasn't what was that, the Exploding Rain match that AEW had, but it was, up there. But yeah, look at him now. ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Weekly. He on there damn near every week. NBA TV courtside doing press conferences. Like, that's the biggest thing in wrestling right now. I think WWE found their new John Cena merch. I'm gonna leave it at that. Danhausen over Cody.
Oh shit!
Put the bet on Danhausen.
Have Danhausen beat Dom.
Have Danhausen beat Dom.
Listen. I know I'm gonna get so cussed out for this one. Dom, you are cursed.
Did you just curse Dominic Mysterio?
I did. I did, but it's always to annoy my better half.
Yeah, like Trell was saying, they boo him in Chicago or whatever, and I was kind of like, they don't know, and that's the thing, people they didn't know, but man, it was just a moment, and just seeing the elaborated, fucking entrance, it was just like now they got money behind him, and bro, he hadn't even scratched the surface. That's what's crazy about it, man.
I remember having to be online that week afterwards and just telling people like, no, trust me, this is all gonna work out. Just wait it out. You're gonna love him.
Yeah.
Absolutely love him. When we went to WrestleMania, listen, the amount of people that got their face painted as Danhausen was amazing, and the blow up, like the little plush that you have here of Danhausen, they had a inflatable one. That was amazing. That was great.
Yeah, Danhausen is everywhere, and it's not a plush; it's a wrestling buddy. Okay, grown men don't call them plush; they're wrestling buddies. They sold them inside the '80s and the '90s, and they need to bring them back full time. You can get some, but they need to bring them back full time. What is next on the agenda before I cuss out Cox?
I think we are done.
What? Is that it?
That's it.
Are you for real? Knicks and 5. That's what I'm going with. Shout out to Kazim of 7 p.m. in Brooklyn with Carmelo Anthony, former WWE writer.
And he also is on Mornings with Merrill and Hot 97.
Hot 97 as well. He's also on Lip Service with Angela Yee sometimes. But shout out to him. Oh, he was also behind. He was one of the people behind Wale Mania too.
Yeah, I don't think he's with Angela Yee no more.
No more? Oh,
no,
well,
I don't think so. But what real quick, what you guys think? I guess this gonna be happening. Real quick. Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay.
Yeah, this is for the Owen finals.
Yeah. And,
so
I think they only got 2 matches announced so far, right?
Yeah, that one, and I think it was the other one was Kenny Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr. So you already got 2 bangers of a match already announced for that card. I think definitely wrestling fan, aka the sickos, they gonna go crazy over that match right there. And if you haven't seen them touch before, you are definitely in for a treat. Okay, I'm tired of looking at the guy. I think I want to say that's it. But before we get out of here, please let the people know where they can follow you at, Justin. It was a pleasure having you on the show. I do apologize for Cox being cocky tonight and doing type of cock shit, just being a cockhole, putting its cock all over my internet. But please, 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 definitely got to have you back underneath better. How about we just do this in the studio next time? Because
I
I'm
think
not.
that's the more.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to the studio. Fuck it. Yeah, we're going. But please let the people know where they can follow you at and what to expect. And if you want to drop a little, Easter egg, you can too. But no pressure. Someone put the spotlight on him. Put him on the big screen.
One thing I kind of have to say for those who don't know, like for me to really be on Marks with Mikes is legendary on its own. JT and I were once beefing like pretty legit,
Real shit.
and to the point, if you do go back, there's a 3-part episode from Wrestling Cheers feed, Marks with Mike's feed, and Dark Match podcast feed, if that feed is still around,
It
where
is.
all three of us like sat down one night and like talked about like some of our past issues. Now this was just me against them because I'm an asshole sometimes. I'll admit it. But like to finally be here as a guest is actually pretty pretty huge. So, thanks for having me for that. As far as it comes for me and my social media, personally, you can find me everywhere at jsummers330. I haven't made TikToks in a while, and actually kind of coinciding with the comeback of Wrestling Cheers, I want to go back to doing that. But Wrestling Cheers or Wrestling Cheers Speakeasy, you can find that at Wrestling Cheers. You'll ex- you'll be expecting probably at least one interview a month, or like I said, they're all going to be one-on-one, face-to-face, sitting down and having these conversations. I'm not going to tell people yet when the first batch is coming out, but I will say this: it will have more than one episode. It will randomly drop in the middle of the day, so that'll be something to look out for. And I will have multiple interviews through the episodes, and I will have like a pilot episode to kind of explain anything that I need to go through that I didn't really get to explain here. Just go through in more depth. I got a lot that I'm keeping really close to the vest, and I kind of want this to play out for a little bit, and then we're gonna get into it. I just plan on going at it running. For that, like I said, at Wrestling Cheers, Facebook, Instagram. Right now, I haven't really been on X in about 2 years, and I don't want to go back to it for the podcast. I think I'm probably going to create a Threads. I probably won't create a TikTok for it, but that's just some of the places you're going to be able to find me.
All right. Well, most definitely. Make sure you definitely do that. Follow the guy. Cannot wait to see what drops. And yes, go back and listen to those that 3-part episode. I think what do we name it? What's beef or what's the
Yeah.
beef?
What's beef?
Yeah, what's beef? Part 1, 2, and 3. So go check that out. Definitely a good candid conversation. Just 3 grown ass men sitting in the backyard by a fire and being grown men. So
Mhm.
yeah, definitely y'all definitely check that out. Of course, be on the lookout. We got more content dropping. Once again, sorry for everyone who tuned into the feed. I wish I can get something other than Cox. Pause again, but AT&T is nowhere in my area. So that being said, next week I'll definitely be upgrading the internet again. But with that being said, Cheech, you got anything for the people?
Oh, just stay tuned. Follow us on our socials, March with Mics coming at you.
Jojo, what you got for the people?
Like he said, follow us on all our social media sites, including our personal ones as well.
Yes.
There's also different contents there too.
Yeah, make sure you follow Mrs. Jojo. Make sure you follow her on all the platforms. Same thing with Cheech, L Cheech Dice on IG, L Cheech 216 on Twitter. Of course, just Marks and Mics everywhere for me because I don't have a personal life because I'm on Marks and Mics all the time. So
He's a mark.
No. With that being said, man, look, love y'all. Y'all be easy, stay safe, and definitely gotta do the next one in person, Justin. Apologize for this, but y'all be easy. We love y'all. Peace, all that good stuff, and oh yeah, please stay tuned because we got a few more interviews getting ready to drop. I don't know. I don't know. I'm feeling like dropping one this weekend, like just because it's the weekend. How about we just do that?
Yo, and if anybody have any information on
Yeah,
Pastor CeeLo,
yeah, man.
DM us.
Yeah, please do. Please do. Wow. I haven't seen them since the last Exodus show. So, yeah, if y'all do see him, let us know. Hit us up in the DM. The church is missing him. He's already missed 2 Sundays. I had to go in and fill in as a deacon. So, please, someone find him. That being said, we love y'all. Be safe. And we out. Peace. Nixon 5.
Nixon 5. Wu-Tang